I'm off to do an EICR today for a client who I installed some new downlights in their rental property earlier in the year. And whilst I was there, I asked, we've got a current, EICR, etc., etc., because I noticed a couple of things when I did my testing for my minor work certificate. And this is how you can tell if it's an estate agent Sparky. Not a single observation in the certificate, and I'll show you the other parts of the certificate as well. Not a single observation. Not a single observation. That must mean that installation is spot on. So that made me chuckle. So anyway, the client asked me to do an EICR. It was only done last year. The client asked me to do an EICR, so he didn't quite trust the estate agent version. Every single box is ticked. Every single box is ticked. Every single box has just got a tick in it. Blindly, just a tick box exercise, some of these Sparkies. Now I know there'll be some argument of because they'll be doing it for peanuts. Drive-by EICRs, basically. That's what these estate agent ones do. Unfortunately, most of the time, because I've been approached by estate agents, is that they dictate the price, which is madness. They'll throw peanuts and go, oh yeah, we need it done for X amount. And it's not worth it. So there'll be some Sparkies who probably do want to do it correctly, but they need to put food on the table. And so they just say yes, and they'll do 3 or 4 of these a day. And it's just like that. No observations. Tick, 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 tick. And I don't know. I'll see. I'll post some pictures today of what I find, and we'll see the difference. Never done this green screen stuff before. Quite like it. Another little red flag is that the insulation resistance test results are all perfect. Now, you can walk into an EICR as long as you put it down on your limitations, what you're going to test. Some people might just do a visual inspection. Some people might do a couple of ZS tests and maybe a ring test, but they'll detail all that down on the limitations, or agreed limitations with the client. However, there's no agreed limitations on this certificate. And I'm just dubious as to the validity of those insulation resistance tests, because I know, and you probably know, in an existing installation, it's very tricky to get perfect insulation resistance tests between line and neutral and line and CPC. So when it's just blanket amazing 199 megohms, I'm a bit like, have you really done it? So let's have a look at what I get today, and I'll show some videos and pictures of the results. It's only done a year ago, mind, all right? Thing is, some of these EICRs, they're not worth the paper they're written on. But the landlords don't know that. Homeowners don't know that. So there's got to be a bit of balance, a bit of education on both sides, because clients have no idea what to expect or what they should be receiving. That's why I normally go through it quite. I'm quite exhaustive with my EICRs, as you've probably seen, over the top or whatever. That's your opinion. And I'll also attach that electrical safety first guide to EICRs to give to clients. And it's a bit of a it's like a nice plain explanation of certain codes and the reasons why. But there needs to be some information. There needs to be some kind of something for clients so they understand what they're receiving. Don't understand all of it, but understand what they're receiving, if that it's worth what they've paid for it, Someone's clearly done something. They linked the neutral bars together. It probably was an old split load, and now they've probably made it. So it's probably all on that RCD now, isn't it? Yeah. Remember, there were no observations on the EICR. Look at the cutout on the top there. Type AC. Oh no, it's type A there. That's good. Someone's horsed in some extra breakers down the line. Right. It's not the worst, but I'm sure they certainly think there's a couple of observations you could put down. Right, I couldn't film too much at this rental EICR because the tenants were there. I think I've got a couple of pictures and a video, but this isn't exhaustive. This is just some of my agreed limitations with the client. For example, insulation resistance testing between live and neutral omitted. I mean, I will test at 250 between live and neutral, and if I get a result, that's cool. If it's dead short because there's connected equipment, I'll just put limb. I said doing it at 250. Accessories, sockets and light switches not unscrewed with decor may be damaged by my inspection because it's a non-destructive test essentially. So if it's caked in plaster and I'm not going to take it off, I'll do a different switch or a different light, etc. Central heating tested to the point of isolation. Integrated appliances. No inspection of. Well, I will try and inspect the loft space, but just in case it's locked, like in a lot of rentals, they padlock them up. But yeah, this is not exhaustive, but some of my agreed limitations. These are some of my results, which I must admit that the ring results were very similar to the previous EICR's ring final results. Tested at 250, as you can see, all the way down. Some of them I've got a reading at some of the circuits between line and neutral. 1, 2, I think that was the cooker double pole isolator. I can't remember what the other one was. And then there's my insulation resistance. We see my R102 results. They're different. The ring was the only one that was similar. The R1 or 2 results were wildly different to the previous EICR. The insulation resistance test, as you can see, line and CPC done between the line on the top of the MCB, the protector device, with the croc clip on the MET, and I run down all the MCBs. You can see they're all very different. All very different. Not just a blanket statement, they're all fine.